Very good morning, everyone. How are you all? Everyone fine? So today will be your last class for CA final financial reporting. Okay, the last topic is accounting and technology. Now, this chapter has been introduced. What is the reason behind that? The reason is that now you know that technology become an important part, and you all know that without technology we can't study also. You use technology in what? For your CA course. Every time you are using YouTube, that is also a technology. And all the classes, means my dear live students and all the recorded class student, you are using what? Technology. I am teaching by using technology. So technology is very important part for everyone's life. Means I will not say ki only in accounting. Everywhere, means whatever we are doing, we use technology. Means when we are calling, that is also a technology. Means I used to remember the days when I became CA, there was no video call that time, and now we do only video call to our friends and relatives. Yes or no? Not for professional purpose, but every time we do video call. So it means the technology has changed tremendously, I will say. Now the topic is accounting in technology. Can I say in accounting, means from our days, that time so that we were not using so much technology in accounting. Means when I was doing articleship, that time also there was a software for computation. Are you getting? Means I am saying in the year 2003, I am saying in the year 2002 I joined articleship. So 2002, 3, 4 I have done the articleship. That time also my principal were using a computation software, and that time also Tally software were developed. So we are using technology in accounting from that day. So it is not a new topic for us. But the point is that how we use technology in accounting, can I say I am not the right person to teach you? Am I right or not? I am not the right person, because for that I should have a thorough understanding of technology and I can use it, but I don't know the process of using it. Are you getting? I can use Tally, I can use any computation software. Are you getting what I am saying? So of course I am not only me. Can I say any teacher who is teaching financial reporting is not a right person to teach technology. Of course I can teach from examination point of view, nothing to worry about that. But can I say to make you understand technology, I need to give you some practical understanding. And this is a classroom based studies we are doing. In this, to teach you technology is not easy. And it is quite possible that you know better than me the technology. Because if you are working in a UI Deloitte, so you might be knowing about the application of technology in accounting. So anyone who is working in Big Four, they might be using all types of technology. Yes or no? So let us concentrate this topic from examination point of view. But one of the big question is in technology now with the introduction of artificial intelligence, because you know about chat, that one artificial intelligence, that whether the main discussion is going on that whether technology will eliminate chartered accountant. Yes, no. Whether technology will replace accounting jobs. Accounting job means I am not saying clerical jobs, I am saying CA jobs. So anytime whenever technology is developed, so technology will replace only those person who do not adapt technology. Means technology cannot replace the person who has adopted what technology. Are you able to understand what I am saying? See, 2 points. Means if you will not update yourself, so of course you will be replaced. So whenever a new technology will come, so you need to learn that technology, and because of that reason IC has introduced this chapter to inform you that after becoming CA you need to be updated about all the technology. So they are not going to make you expert in this, but there is one I will say course, means one source they are giving, that you should think about this after becoming CA. You can make a career into this. Are you getting what I am saying? Means there was one subject which was known as ISCA, that has been deleted. That has been deleted. There was one subject in, I think in the CA inter you have done EIS. EIS was totally based on what? Technology only. I don't know whether you have understood that or not. But of course, if you have taken coaching classes, so the teacher whatever has make you understand, you have understood the importance of EIS in what? In accountant life, in chartered accountant life, and therefore that was a subject in our curriculum. But institute have understood that can be learned after becoming CA also. That is not required to be, because that for that we can't give you a bookish knowledge in that. Correct na? Yes. How can we teach you without practical understanding? We can't teach you any subject without practical understanding, and that too in CA Inter it is very tough. And that's why that was the toughest subject in our CA Inter. So first they deleted from CA Final, then they deleted from what? CA Inter, because they have understood it is very important for our course. But it can be learned only after becoming CA through practical understanding. Now what they have done, from my point of view, is the technology, they have in this technology curriculum they have introduced in every subject. One chapter. I don't know about other subject AFM and your audit, but I think there might be also some chapter introduced for technology. And you have, you after exam you also do IT training, you do na? What is the advanced ITT? That is nothing but technology, means they want to give you that knowledge, but not through one subject. They will just give you the application of that technology in particular subject, and after writing CA Final, do advanced ITT and ITT, whatever you are doing. Then if you want to plan your career in that, you can do that. But yes, you can make a career in this technology even though you are a chartered accountant. Even though you are a chartered accountant. So one thing what I just want to inform you that, as per my knowledge, because from me also many of my friends has asked that now what about CA jobs? Now the CA after artificial intelligence, CA will become bekar. So I said no. CA is CA. CA will remain CA. The CA who will not adapt the technology, they will be replaced. CA who will not understand the importance of technology, they will be replaced. A simple example I will give you. I am just informing you because you are going to be future of what? This India. So you should know the importance of technology. I'll just give you one example. COVID-19 came. That time many teachers were not using technology. Means I will say 60% teachers were using face-to-face classes, and only 40% teachers were using technology at that point of time. It means most of the students were in face-to-face classes. Yes or no? Most of the students were in face-to-face classes as compared to live online classes or recorded classes. Yes, they were recorded classes, but not the entire market. But with COVID-19 reverse हो गया. I think within 1 year तो we have no face-to-face classes. Now that time the teacher who have not adapted themselves, who have not used the technology, who have not learned the technology, they were outdated. Even though they were very good teachers. I know many teachers. I can't name them. Even though they were very skilled teachers, but because they have not adapted technology, the market has replaced them. So it means knowledge is important. You have the knowledge, but if you will not use the technology for applying that knowledge, then what is the use of knowledge? Means in this world you need to convey your knowledge by use of a technology only. You say no, I will not use the technology. That is not correct. Means of course you can file ITR, you also know, without using the software. You can file or not. There is no mandatory rule that you need to file with what? Only by using software. Are you getting what I am saying? You can use the basic technology, there is no need to use computation. But in this era, if you are not using the software for filing ITR, this is wastage of time, wastage of your resource. Are you able to understand? Therefore, this chapter has been introduced. Therefore, this chapter has been introduced. I have just given the background. Why this chapter? So that you have that motivation to learn this chapter. But once again, my role is very less. How from academic point of view, what I have done, you can see this is the chapter given in your question bank, chapter 33, and you can see this is how many pages? Only the chapters. How many pages are there? I'll come to the content. This is not. This is chapter. But how many pages are there? 10 pages are there, and then illustrations are there. Illustrations are there. Correct. Now, from examination point of view, you need to only understand what you are supposed to write. What type of question they will ask, then you need to understand from these illustrations. Correct. So, what I have done, I have just simplified this in a very concise way in this PDF, which I will give you. This PDF I will give you. Correct now. So I have just simplified the chapter for memorization purpose. Of course, you need to memorize this. Now, what is the content of this chapter? This chapter has been divided into two parts. First, the current state of technology in accounting. What is the current status? And the second part is the future. Future of technology in accounting. You can see future of technology in accounting. So when I say current stage, your current status is what? First is automation process. Automation process. Second is cloud computing. Cloud computing, so you also are using, for example, we save our entire data in Google Drive. There is nothing but cloud computing. Correct now. Third is what? ERP. ERP, so you are aware about that. Accounting software is nothing but ERP. Enterprise Resource Planning. ERP. Correct. And then, of course, once we say these are the technology which we use in accounting. So whenever there is a technology, there is some cyber threat also, cyber risk. So we need to understand about cyber security in accounting. What we need to think when we are using the accounting for minimizing the cyber threats. And then future, there are two future technology, that is, one is blockchain. Now blockchain, from my understanding, means whatever I have gone through, means because we have never gone through this blockchain. What is actually blockchain? So I can't give you the expert knowledge about this, and don't expect also that I am going to give you the expert knowledge as I have given the Ind AS. Ind AS I commit. I always say Ind AS, I am giving the expert knowledge. You can always challenge any chartered accountant, but in this I can't give you the expert knowledge. So don't have that expectation also. Blockchain. And then artificial intelligence, that to everyone know, it is nothing but the future of what? Future of technology, artificial intelligence. There are five topics. You understood? First is what? Automation process. Second is what? Cloud computing. Third is what? ERP. Fourth is what? Blockchain. Fifth is what? Artificial intelligence. Out of that, three are what? Current status. Two is what? Future of technology in accounting. Now, automation process means, of course, you all know about this. Automation process means if suppose you have went to any of the retail department, Reliance Trend or Reliance whatever. So when you do any shopping, after that what happen? You go to what? Cashier. Automatically the bill will be generated. They will feed all the information by barcode, and automatically with that feeding the accounting will be also done. That is nothing but automation process. That is nothing but automation process means the bill is generated with all the input feeded in that, and then automatically the accounting will be done. That is linked with what? Some accounting software, and accounting will be done. That is nothing but automation process. So can you say automation process nowadays everyone is using? so that become an automation process. Now you need to understand what is the benefit of automation process, what is the challenges in automation process, and what is the robotic process automation. Nowadays, the automation process is used by robotics also. However, it is not so much used in India. But if you go to some countries, foreign countries, you'll see that they are using the robotic automation process. Means in that what actually happens, you are not going to the cashier counter. Automatically when you will enter the any retail department, they will just ask you your debit card or credit card, and just once you scan that, you'll go to what, buy all the product, and once you come out of that retail department, automatically your amount will be deducted. Means that is nothing but robotic process automation. What I have understood, correct. Now means just you need to understand what is the current state, what are the benefit, what are the advantage, what are disadvantage, correct, now of that process, and the chapter will complete. From examination point of view, what type of question they will ask, because from my point of view the question cannot be more than 6 marks. It cannot be more than 6 marks, correct. Now in that 6 marks, how much we should write down, that is also a challenge. From a student point of view, that is a challenge. So what I can understand from a student point of view, you should not think about this chapter much. Because when there was 2 theoretical chapter in previous syllabus, so there was one conceptual framework and there was one more chapter, integrated reporting. So they used to ask 2 questions and you can attempt one of them. Means they will give one question from what, conceptual framework, one question from integrated reporting. So either of that you can choose. So I think conceptual framework that is more easy to understand, that is more easy to write also, because that is based on what, accounting. If they ask direct question, this is also very simple. If suppose they ask what is the benefit of automation process, we are good in learning the keywords now, that I will help you right now. But if they ask this type of question, means I'll just read one question, then of course it is not easy from examination point of view. Simply speaking, I am saying, because if I think I am a student, so that much, how much will you study in FR? We have some other subject also, na? And even though you have read it, you will forget. Because one thing I always say, that we are not good in writing. On an average basis. Are you getting? Correct. So I am just reading one question before I start this chapter. Suppose illustration number 2 I am reading. देखो question इतना है. Company XYZ is a manufacturing company. Okay sir. ठीक है ना. I am just reading question. If they ask this type of question, so it is not easy to write in exam. But they have given how many questions? 6 questions are there, na? These are illustration 4, and there are I think 2 more questions. 6 questions are there. If they ask out of these 6, then once again simple. That I don't know. But in first exam, second exam, third exam, so they will ask these questions only. That is also pakka. Out of 6, 1 question they will ask. But I can't give commitment for that. Correct now. Let me read that question. You will understand what type of question they may ask. Because I like this question. They can create this type of question. That implement Ind AS 2. Now you know Ind AS 2. And want your advice on utility of an ERP system for inventory management. Batao. It means you need to be good in ERP, na? Yes or no? And you have used ERP, you have practical knowledge of that, then only you can write down in your own words. If you memorize this, you will forget. How much we can memorize? Am I right or not? Because if I am thinking from student point of view, not from teacher point of view. From a student point of view, because from a teacher point of view, I am teaching only what FR. But from a student point of view, this is not the only subject you are learning, na? You have other subject also. So from a student point of view, retention is not possible. If you revise just before exam, the keywords you can write down. Got it? They also aim to integrate ICOFR, ICOFR means internal control of financial reporting, ऐसे कुछ I will just explain you. Control into the ERP system to ensure accurate inventory valuation, minimize the risk of inventory fraud, and enhance process efficiency. Accordingly, they need your guidance in integrating ICOPR in ERP system. Also advise the step to be followed if the company cannot afford an ERP system but still want to ensure proper implementation of Ind AS 2 to the extent possible. Now they have given ERP system for inventory management, maintain an updated and accurate bill of material, means just like audit. Correct now? Implement purchase order control, define appropriate costing method. So what I will say, just read this keyword, just memorize this keyword. Are you getting? Define appropriate costing method, track labor cost, define an overhead absorption rate, integrate the ERP system for general ledger and expense allocation, perform periodic reconciliation, utilize the reporting. So this type of question they may ask. Now batao, they have given for inventory valuation, but they ask for PP. So you write on this only na. Suppose they ask for PP, so you need to only change as per the requirement of Ind AS 16. What is required? Correct na? Integration of ICOPR, this though I will explain what they want. But can you write down this much? You only think. For 6 marks question, this is the completion of the answer. Not possible. Even though they ask, even though you know, you don't have time in exam. That is one more point which you need to understand. Let us come to first the topic. Let me complete the entire topic. So benefits of automation process, the first topic. So what is the benefit? Streamlining the data entry. Acha, one thing in this, don't expect that I will explain much about this. Don't expect, because once again my knowledge is limited and limited not, I will say very less, because I have just learned this, means I have also read this chapter and then I am coming to the classroom, frankly speaking, and I am not good in technology. But from academic point of view I am good. Means any chapter you give me, I will learn and I will pass in exam. So that I am just informing you that what you are supposed to do from examination point of view. Correct? So streamlining data entry. So these are the keywords. You need to memorize this all. If they ask direct question, which is also expected, because first exam they may give you direct question also, because they don't also expect much from you from this chapter. So they can ask you write down about automation process, benefit and challenges. So if you just memorize these, you will get full marks na. Are you getting? So streamlining data entry means what? Key automation tools such as OCR. I have given this example only, barcode reader, OCR, such as optical character recognition or barcode recognition technology. I have given the same example. I have just said that you go to retail department, same thing they have given. Can help to automate the entry of the data from source document. So they will just record the data from the source document. That is the streamlining the data entry. I mean, nowadays in traditional days, what we used to do? We used to purchase, and then purchase invoice will come, and then one accountant will record that data, and then it will go to tally, and then automatically it will payment. But now with the purchase only, everything will be recorded. Means automatically it go to trial balance also, and the financial statement will be affected. Financial statement will be affected means it will go to income and expense by automatic. Correct? Yes sir. Then accelerating the data process, of course it will feed large amount of data in a small point of time. Correct? Enhancing accuracy, of course accuracy will increase. Accuracy will increase because everything has been what? Informed to that technology that you are supposed to do in this way only. Correct? Improve decision making, of course it will improve the decision making if you are getting all the information today only. For example, all the sales of today has been recorded, so you can take the immediate decision on a daily basis. Correct? Saving time and money, of course it will save your time and money. Facilitating the compliance. Compliance means all the accounting standard, all the rules and regulation of law will be also complied accordingly. So this become the benefits of the automation. Challenges is what? One of the important challenges is that Can I say there exists a potential loss of job? Yes or no? Potential loss of job. I will say this is the one of the important disadvantage, one of the important point which you should write down in all challenges. There exists a potential loss of job. The job replacement is one of the what important challenges. Of course, can I say there is a risk of what? Cyber attack. There is risk of cyber attack, and it arises the need of ongoing training and education. Of course, when you make technology use to, of course, when you train our employee. When I started my this recorded classes, believe me, 1 year so I was totally frustrated because I was not getting any skilled employee who can do all this recording. But whether I can do it before class, it is I will concentrate in teaching or I will do this. So basically, I was not getting a trained employee. Means 1 year so I need to train my employee. It has taken 1 year to train the employee, and that time there was no such good software also. So we used to record and we used to mix all that. There are two. One is my pictures. One is this. Whatever I am writing, we used to what? Mix it. That was more time consuming, and for that a skilled employee was required. Now the chalo software came, automatically it will be generated in this advanced technology. Are you getting? So the most important challenge is training and educating what? Employee. Correct? Yes, sir. Then robotic process automation, you can read this using RPA in financial reporting. This type of question can be asked. Okay, let us consider XYZ company. They have just given one example. This type of question can be asked. A group of company that prepare consolidated. I am using my mistake. I should read from this. Okay, I have already summarized all the points. Okay, I'll give this PDF to you. This PDF I'll give. I'm reading from that. Okay, na. Challenges in automatic process, continuous training, cyber security risk, and job displacement. This I have just given the heading so that you can memorize. Okay, na. In this you can see the heading was not given. This is the copy paste of ICS study material. This is a copy paste of ICS study material, and then I have summarized this. In before exam, just read all these keyword, correct. Now about RPA, robotic process automation. First is why it is an emerging technology. It is a new technology. Means of course previously also we used to do automatic process, but not by using robot and whatever. So RPA is an emerging technology that has brought revolutionary change in financial reporting. So that has brought a revolutionary change in the financial reporting, means in the preparation of financial statement. Automation of tasks, of course it will do automation in performing the task. Mimicking human interaction. Mimicking means it is just behaving like human. Means I don't know whether this type of stores is available in India or not. I don't know. But in foreign countries, means I have also seen YouTube. I went to the foreign country, but I have never been to that type of stores. But in YouTube video, we sometimes see that the robot will be praised instead of human being. Correct now, and you can talk to them, and they will just behave in the way you are talking. Means suppose you ask something, so they will inform you that this is place there. You can go and collect that. Means they will just behave like human being. And if they are just behaving like human being, and they will inform you as per your desire. So it means they are mimicking human interaction. Correct. Compliance, it will be able to comply all the accounting standards. And efficiency, of course, it will increase the accuracy and efficiency in performing all the financial reporting tasks. Understood? Yes, sir. Reliable information, of course, if there is an accurate information, so that will be reliable financial information. Then coming to cloud computing. Cloud computing means what? Refers to delivery of computing services over the internet. Delivering the computing services over the internet. Of course, we are doing that. Nowadays, too, in articles also, we don't go to client place. We do audit in what? In our computer only. Without visiting what? Client place. All the invoices will be sent in Google Drive. We'll just watch it and there is no need to what? Go to the client place. Am I right or not? You do in that way. Means accounting, chalo audit to chalo you need to go sometime. But accounting to does not require visiting the client place. So we can perform all our tasks over the internet. I can teach over the internet. Correct now. That is nothing but cloud computing. It allows accountant to access their data and software from any device with an internet connection. Correct. Now common application is what? Cloud storage. This you need to memorize. Cloud storage. Examples are given. Software as a service. It is known as what? SaaS. Infrastructure as a service. It is known as ES. Platform as a service. It is known as PaaS. Cloud-based communication and collaboration. Cloud-based e-commerce. Big data analytics. This you need to memorize. Correct now. When I say cloud storage, the example I hope you are knowing about Dropbox, Google Drive. Google Drive, so you all know, and Microsoft OneDrive. Normally, commonly we use Google Drive because that is freely available. Correct now. Understood? But Microsoft OneDrive can be also used. Similarly, Dropbox can be also used. Okay, na? So, software as a service. So, SaaS platform provide cloud-based software application. Cloud-based software application means you can use the entire application through cloud-based. Understood? Means Tally is also one type of cloud-based application and we are using that. Am I right or not? So that is nothing but, for example, customer relationship management. So that is nothing but cloud-based software application. Means if any application we use that is stored in a cloud, that become cloud-based software application. Correct? Infrastructure as a service, for example, we can use, means it is nothing but ES provide over a virtualized computer resources which allow business scale their IT infrastructure based on demand. For example, Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform, etc. These all things you need to memorize. Okay, got it? Platform as a service, it is nothing but enable developer to build, deploy and manage application. So you can only build your application by your own. That is nothing but platform as a service. For example, I will just say, I'll just give on my experience when I was developing my own website. So we use WordPress. So of course someone has developed, but now I don't require their help. It is so user friendly, then I can do all the edit and by my own. Previously I used to say them you edit, but they will take a lot of time. For example, I need to change one of my information in the website. Correct now. Now my staff will take time. I need to train my employee. That information is very important in my website now. That is the key information. Suppose my price changes about the product. Now if I will ask them to change them, they will take 2 days. So I have learned everything. Now whenever changes require, I go to the website user page, whatever is there, and I change it. It is so user friendly. Means I am not good in technology, but I can use that. I can edit it. Means I can now change the website one page also. That much understanding I have, but only to the extent of that WordPress. Whatever I have know, means I can't create website, but I can do edit. Means if you are using also WordPress, I can edit for you also. That much knowledge I have, but believe me, I don't have any knowledge about technology. Are you getting what I am saying? I am not good in technology, but then also I have learned that. So that is nothing but it is what? Platform as a service. They will provide you one platform. You can use that platform to develop anything. Are you getting what I am saying? Yes, sir. Cloud-based communication and collaboration, for example, Microsoft Teams, Google Workforce, Zoom provide. Zoom. Abhi just for example, there is one you know about Class Plus. Class Plus, you know. And Class Plus is nothing but collaboration of all the faculties. They will provide their own application. In that, all the educator will come and they will teach. Don't know about? Chalo, chhod do. So I will say that they are also providing this type of services. That is nothing but Zoom based or YouTube based, but they have developed their own application where all the educator will come and they can teach there. Because I can't invest that much to develop my own application. For example, if I'll develop my own application, that might cost 2 lakh rupees. and we don't know how much return we'll get out of that. And to manage that, that is also one challenge. I can develop it, but who will manage that? So we'll use other platform to provide our services. Are you getting what I'm saying? Correct. Then cloud-based e-commerce, that is nothing but same thing, whatever example I have given. It enables business to set up and manage online stores using cloud-based infrastructure. Correct. Big data analytics, for example, Amazon Redshift, Google BigQuery, Microsoft Azure like analytics. Correct. These all things you need to memorize. So they can ask a direct question like this. This can be one important point from examination point of view. They will say, write something about common application about cloud computing. If they ask theoretical question, direct questions, so this can be one question. With examples you need to write down. Or this can be important for MCQs also. One question MCQ to आना है पक्का from this chapter, because 30 marks MCQs ना, so every chapter they will give one. From big chapter they will ask 4-5 questions, but small chapter they will ask one question. Correct na? Yes sir. Then benefits of cloud. Benefits are more or less same. All benefits are more or less same. Improve accessibilities, enhance securities. Of course they will give enhanced security, means there are less cyber threat in this. Increase scalability, reduce cost, streamline collaboration, improve reporting and analytics, means more or less benefits are same, only need to memorize the keywords. And I have just given one line so that you can memorize it, write down in your own words. Understood? Right. Challenges: prone to hacking, it is prone to cyber threats. Strong net connectivity is required. Net connection should be at high speed, then only you can use this type of technology. ERP. So ERP is what? Is a type of software that organization use for managing day-to-day business activities. Correct? Understood? Like, I think you have used any ERP software? Which software you have used? Huh? Tally, you can say Tally. Apart from Tally? Zoho. Zoho also used. So that all are nothing but ERP technology. Correct now? So that is nothing but what type of activities we perform. We use the procurement, project management, accounting, risk management, any type of this type of management we can do that. I think everyone have used Tally. Means in Tally what they do, apart from accounting, we can also extract others report also. Yes or no? We can also extract many other reports. For example, I think nowadays though we are also using Tally for computation software, means for computing our income tax. Am I right or not? So with one recording, one transaction has been entered, automatically for that day all the information will be extracted. All the information will be extracted. Correct. Benefits of ERP is what? Improve business insight from real-time information generated by the report. Less operational cost. Enhanced collaboration of user sharing data. Better efficiency. Same type of benefits. You can see benefits are more or less same. Consistent infrastructure from the back office to the front office. Increase user adoption rate from a common user experience and design. Reduction in risk, less management and operational cost. Correct. How does ERP system work? This is what a uniform structure. ERP system work by using a defined standard data structure. Information entered by one department is immediately available to the authorized use across the business. Across the business means when I have done my first audit in Coca-Cola, means when I was in audit as a chartered accountant, so that time I have done the internal audit there. The first internal audit, not statutory audit. When you do internal audit, now you learn about the internal affairs of that, how they are working. So I was in 1 month in that factory. So I have understood how they are working. Means that time I was totally new. Means that time I became CA. I joined the job and the first or second audit was Coca-Cola company. Means from a small firm I went there. Everything was totally new for me. Means I was thinking, what is this? How it is happening? So they was eager to learn. Means I was very much eager to learn how actually this is happening. So in one department, for example, purchase department, there will be one head. Means he is not aware about sales. He is not aware about any other transaction. He only is aware about purchase. Are you getting? And in purchase department, there will be many members who will be recording purchase only. Purchase also they have split it. Now one department is purchase recorded is linked with some other department. Automatically all the information will go to the what? Entire management. That is nothing but ERP. That is nothing but ERP. Understood? Correct. Real-time data means they will provide real-time data in a second to all the departments. Correct. Data entry ERP system deliver the most value when the company has modules for each major business function and ensure timely and accuracy data entry. Correct? Yes, sir. Then this is what can be important from exam point of view. This you need to thorough, I will say, memorize. Because I have seen two questions has been based on this only. So this is important. Integrating internal control over financial reporting with an ERP. So any question they are creating, how you integrate internal control over financial reporting. For example, one question we have done about inventory. So that was based on this only. So they have given how many points? 15 points. 15 points ko you need to memorize. So this is one of the important point which can be, I see from my point of view, they will ask this question in the first attempt as per my expectation. So this is the only one question they are going to ask you in the first attempt, because 6 marks question 15 points are there. Okay na, justified also. Justified also no? 6 marks 15 points, you can write down very speed, but write down what the try to understand keyword. So how to integrate internal control over financial reporting with an ERP? The question understood? Integrating internal control of financial reporting by using an ERP. So this the short form is what? ICOFR. They can use this word in exam also. ICOFR. Integrating internal control over financial reporting. Chalega? Now they have just given one process which you can use in every type of questions. One standard process they have given. These are the 15 points. Correct. For example, verify that process. Verify that the process include identification and updating of internal and external financial reporting requirement. So identification and updating of internal and external information. Only this much. This is the keyword. Keyword understood? Understood? Review the documented process. Second keyword. Review the documented process. Understood? After that, write down in your own words. Keywords is very important. Correct? Use the ERP system change management functionality to track and validate changes made to the financial closing and reporting process. So change management functionality. Use the ERP systems change management functionality. Verify that changes to the process are authorized by designated individual with appropriate authority. Authorized. Review the changes request approval and documentation. So review the change request approval and documentation. This is nothing but, I will say, important for audit, I will say. Correct na? Important for audit. Chalo theek hai. Because an auditor will think about this, whether everything is linked. Means as an auditor, you should also audit the internal control system. I think you know about that. As an audit, we are not supposed to see only what? The accounting. We are supposed to see the internal control system, whether everything is correct or not. I think you do, that is nothing but this only now. We do this only. Correct? Validate the roles and responsibility in financial closing and reporting process. So validate the roles and responsibility. Access the qualification and training record of individual. So you need to also have an access to qualification and training records of the person assigned in financial reporting roles. Correct na? As an auditor means, I don't know whether you ask or not, when you go for audit of any good companies, listed companies. So we also ask the person who is doing accounting job, what is your qualification? We ask. We don't ask. We ask in that way that we understand about that person, whether he is capable to do all the work or not. Suppose he is not a chartered accountant, he is the manager of that. So we will have doubt about what? The integrity na? What he is doing. Then we will do more checking. Once he will say, yes, I am a chartered accountant, so we will have a thorough of confidence. We will have that confidence na? So that we ask the qualification. We ask the qualification of the person who is responsible of performing all the works. validate the individual responsible for financial reporting, to individual responsibility, validate the decision on alternative accounting treatment. So you should also validate means suppose there is some alternative accounting treatment, so you should validate that also. Review an ARP system for documentation accounting treatment. So documentation accounting treatment decision making, correct. Review the ARP system under administration functionality to ensure appropriate individual have access to user administration facility. थोड़ा सा memorization is required. Okay. Review whether proper KYC validation control are in place or not. KYC details. Validate the ERP system captures and documents appropriate accounting treatment. So you need to validate that ERP system capture and document appropriate accounting treatment or not. Whether they are performing accurate accounting treatment. For example, I'll just give an example. You have purchased one computer. Whether it is going to purchase account, inventory account or PP account, that you should validate. There's nothing by internal control system. If you have done internal control audit, you know everything. Anytime have you performed internal control? I don't think so. If you are in a small firm, so you have never done internal control audit. Have you done? Means I am saying about Coca-Cola. That time I have went for that only. SOX audit. It is known as Sarbanes-Oxley Act. So that time any US based company used to perform that type of audit. You know about corporate governance? Corporate governance, that is nothing but internal control. You need to cross check entire internal control. Got it? Chalo theek hai. I don't teach audit. I'm not going into that. Use the ERP system audit trial. देखो audit आ गया ना. Audit trial and reporting capabilities. Right. Review the system control for preventing backdating or unauthorized adjustment. This was the most important task which we used to perform. Any entry can be done by using backdate or not. This is, here only fraud can be done. You can do any entry in as per the backdating or not. We always used to see that any accountant can do that or not. Means fraud or not. Yes, it is a fraud. So preventing backdating and unauthorized adjustment to the posting. This becomes some small point which will be used in any type of questions whatever they are case study based. Only just you use this keyword write down. If you can write down 15 point, write down. If you can write down 10 point, write down. Write down by the income. You will get out of 6, 2 marks, 3 marks, 4 marks. I am not expecting 6 out of 6. But if you are getting 3 marks, बहुत है. Believe me, not easy from writing point of view. For anyone. Because no one will have a good knowledge about this. If any student is very good in technology, he can understand. But we know we are not good in technology. Correct na? पहले तो accounting में good हो जाए, then we'll come to technology. Correct? If you are good in memorization, then this chapter is very easy. So cyber security in accounting. Now come to cyber threat in accounting. So we all know that cyber security is a critical concern for accounting professionals, as all the financial data is often stored digitally. Correct. So there are some cyber security threats which are highlighted below. So they can ask about common cyber security threats. So physical attacks. Physical attack means common threat that involve tricking users into clicking. Sometimes you will see that some malicious information will come, and if you just click that, some other page will be opened. Understood now? And then some information will come, and then you will click it, then all the data will be hacked. So we never do that. Correct now? So that is not physical attack. Malware attack, I think you know about malware attack. It involves infecting computer or network with malicious software. Ransom attack. You know about ransomware attack? It means what? Someone will hack your computer and they demand money from you. They will demand money from you. Understood? One of my friend who is also at the faculty, so he's one of the YouTube channel was hacked by one of the person. I'll not say any name, nothing. Okay, correct now. And for example, my YouTube channel is hacked, so I have, yeah, this 4 5 years hard work. Once again, I need to go back to 4 years now to upload all the information about me, because that is a promotional tool for me. YouTube channel is my promotional tool, na? Because all the student will come here and then think about whether they want to purchase my class or not. If it will become empty, so I'll go 5 years behind, na? So I found that someone was demanding one money from him. So then he went for what? Police case, cyber case, then sab ho gaya, everything is now okay. But this type of threats are there. Understood? So that is nothing but ransomware attack, involve encrypting file or locking user out of the system, demanding a ransom payment from you. Insider trade is very common. Your own employee will provide information to others. Your own employee. In our case, so it is very dangerous, because we are totally based on what this is my all classes are here. So I have my one of the staff who will take care about this now. But I have that trait now. If he leak my all the information, then all my classes went so khatam na. So that we need to take care about that threats. Insider trade involves malicious action by employees. Correct. Denial of service attack means, I have not understood this, but if you want to read, it involves overwhelming system or network with traffic to disrupt operation. कुछ होगा. You know about this? I also don't know. But you need to believe me. Which I don't know. Means I have gone through some YouTube, but I was not able to understand. मैं छोड़ दिया. चलो ठीक है, because that is not my job ना. If it is something in there, so I'll go into depth ना. Correct now. I know only you need to just remember the keywords. Ha. With process, I will also become expert, because now I need to teach this chapter. This is the first time I am teaching to you. Now in my 10th batch, I'll become expert in this, because every time I'll learn something new now. In my 7th batch, I'll become expert in this. My first batch, therefore I am saying, for a time lagega bhai. Correct now. Supply chain attack, it involves compromising third-party software or hardware to gain access to a system or network, when third party will gain access to your system. Means sometime when we give our AnyDex to some other party. AnyDex, do you know? So it means the third party can access my computer. In that there is a threat. He can use, suppose you have given your entire access to the third party. Now he can do anything. You should have a control over that also. Whether he is not using some other information or not. Correct now. Normally we Indian human beings are totally, we trust over other party, but we should not trust so much in this cyber system. It's very dangerous. Correct. Then proactive measures, they have given some measurement. So we know about one of the good measurement is password management. Password management. Correct. Encryption, we do, our files are encrypted. So our raw data is totally encrypted. Means whatever my one employee is there, who will have access to raw data. All employee will not have an access to raw data. He will have one encrypted data. So that is, I am just taking my security. Correct now? Understood what I am saying? So only one employee have the access to raw data, apart from all other employees. Even my family member can't have an access over that. My family member can't have an access over that. Means I will not give that data to anyone. That is what? Control, in access control. Access control is critical for preventing unauthorized access of financial data. Understood? So of course, just for example, my YouTube channel. So there is a password. That password is also known to one employee. I will forget, but that employee will not forget that password. But that password is not given to any other person. Are you getting? So that is what I am just having an access over that, na? Correct. Network security, employee training, data backup. Data backup का मैं आपको कहानी बताऊंगा. What happened with me, data backup. When I initially started my teaching, so after 4 years, so that time, चलो ठीक है, we were not aware about this system. पढ़ा रहे, we were busy in totally making our teaching career. So that time I was having one laptop and one hard disk. Now I have multiple hard disks. Multiple hard disks I have. But that time one laptop, one hard disk. Correct now. So I used to take a backup of all my notes in that hard disk, and one it was in my laptop. So I went to Ahmedabad for teaching. Then I become so much tired, miss 10 days classes, so much tired. I was totally tired in that Ahmedabad. I think 1 month classes were there. 1 month, 30 days I went. So after 30 days teaching, you become so tired now. So for returning back to my place, I have taken train. I went to the seat. I have, and that time what happened? I have kept my hard disk in my laptop bag only. Hard drive, hard disk in my laptop bag only. I went. I have slept. Morning, I awake. Laptop bag was not there. Understood? Laptop gone. Hard drive, hard disk gone. All my notes gone. Means I came back to that position, na zero. Because once again creating notes, it is just like studying again for CA final. This much effort, we have 4 year effort, so that time I understood the importance of data backup. That time I understood the importance of data backup, how important it is. Correct now, because if it is lost, it will not come back again. Then once again to perform everything. So data backup is the most important thing which I have understood. Now so I keep my data backup in 4 places. Correct now, because I have understood. Incident response planning ये पढ़ लेना यार कितना पढ़ाऊँ इसको. Means I am just trying to explain you, because if I will not read now you will not read. Because as a student, because if I will say don't read, so you will not read only. The 6 marks is important. 6 marks is important. If you can get 3 marks, 4 marks in that after writing, it is good only na. Now blockchain, so believe me, सब ऊपर से गया. Blockchain, so I have never used also. Means what is this? Blockchain technology is means it is future now. We have the artificial intelligence, so chalo I can explain. But what is blockchain? I have not understood. As a chartered accountant involved in financial reporting, understanding blockchain is crucial for staying ahead in rapidly evolving digital area. As its core, blockchain is a decentralized and transparent ledger that enables secure and immutable transactions. Believe me, I have not understood what they want to say. Once you understood, you explain me. ठीक है. Believe me, I have not. Key impact, ये याद कर लेना. Key impact of blockchain: enhanced transparency, more transparent होगा. Correct ना? Improve data integrity, okay sir. Streamline audit process, enhance security. Means more or less impact advantage are same only. Only the what? Memorize the words. Simplified reconciliation, cost reduction, enhanced audit trail, real time financial reporting. 8 points are there. 6 mark question, maybe a direct question. Blockchain I will not discuss much, because believe me, I have not understood blockchain. But from my point of view now, you know about that Bitcoin. Bitcoin is also nothing but it is also what I have understood. It is also nothing but from blockchain technology only. I'm not expert. I may be wrong also, huh? I may be wrong. But whatever I have YouTube channel jitna sunta hu, that is also designed from what? Blockchain technology only. It is nothing but future. It is nothing but future. But now, right now, currently we are not using blockchain in our accounting. But in future you might be using blockchain also in accounting. Correct. Now how you will use? What will be this? I don't know. I don't have any example also. I don't have any examples for blockchain accounting. ठीक है ना? Artificial intelligence, now it is very common. I will say this is not future. This we started. It is not came in accounting till now, but it will soon come in accounting also. Means artificial intelligence means what? Ki in that case, how you will do accounting means just you give one command, automatically everything will be captured as per understanding. For example, if you want to know, you want to write a letter. What I have understood from YouTube recording, if you want to write a letter to your girlfriend or boyfriend, that also can be written there. Correct na? You have tried also. You have not tried. Try, some can try. Means that will also come, only to give the name. Understood? But maja aa raha hai. So means now what will happen? Ki we will become so lazy. We are lazy only. Will become laziest. Will not do anything. But we need to understand this, because once again I say that technology will replace those person who will not update themselves. Technology cannot replace human being. But if you don't update yourself about artificial intelligence, then of course you will be replaced from the market. So that you need to understand. After becoming, I will say my suggestion is that now, if you have time or with jobs also, have some knowledge about this technology. Means join some course, because of course CA is not providing that. Even though advanced ITT, I know what they do. They will not teach you in that level. So if you can join some course about artificial intelligence, and you can understand that how can you implement in accounting, so your value will increase in the market. So right now I also don't know, you also don't know, but after becoming, I don't require that because I am not into that field now. But you require na. So after becoming CA, if you join some job also na, give some time, 1 hour, 2 hour for this enhancement. That is my suggestion to you. Once you understand this now, automatically your market value will increase. Your market value will increase. So every time you need to think about that how you are increasing your market value. That is more important. That is more important. Achha, just I am saying there are two mobile phone in the market. One, let's say, is Nokia. One is iPhone, Apple. Both will give same service na. Service is more or less same na, for talking, chatting, video calling. Main thing to we do that only. But then also one will have what? The price of 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. One will be 1 lakh. The difference you understood. Difference due to market value. Market value. What others think about you. So that you need to create. All CAs are same. Once you get the CA degree, all are same. But someone will learn what? This. Someone will learn this. So you need to create your own market value. That is important. And creating market value is entirely depend upon your effort. How you are reacting in the market. So upgrade yourself. Always try to learn new things. Whatever new technology come, try to understand that technology and try to implement whatever you are doing. Then only your market value, remuneration will increase. Understood? And from my point of view, CAs are lacking in this only. CA can understand anything, CA are knowledgeable, but they don't try to increase their knowledge about other new things. They will do the traditional things. Then once the time will come, then they will try to increase the knowledge. I will say upgrade yourself. Upgrade yourself. So I will say that artificial intelligence is very new thing for accounting. Of course, it will become future. So once you become CA, join some course about artificial intelligence. Okay? And I think it will be available in the market. So benefits of AI and ML. ML means machine learning. So artificial intelligence and machine learning are technology that enable computer to learn and perform tasks without being explicitly programmed to do so. Means right now whatever we have used, we need to program that. In this, the computer will learn automatically by their own. This is the difference between what? Other software and the artificial intelligence. Means once it has been created, they will try to learn by their own. How they will learn, I don't know. Don't ask me. Correct na? Benefits of artificial intelligence and machine learning: automated data entry, same thing, fraud detection, financial forecasting, accounting automation, tax compliance, same thing. Challenges: data privacy, security concern, technical complexity, need to train employee. All things are same. Chapter over. Chapter over means I have done my job. I have done my job. Indian accounting, last point is what? Indian accounting standard and information technology. This is theoretical point, you can read. See how can we use that information technology for India. Correct now, you can read this. I don't know this type of question they will ask or not, but what type of question they will ask. This is the actual thing which we need to understand. There are 6 questions, and there are 6 questions. For example, now I have illustration 2. Now you'll see ERP system for management, inventory management. Now you will read now, you'll be able to understand what to write. You can see integration of ICO for same thing na. Write on that 15 points. Means try to don't read this that 15 point is more important. They have given 8 point only, but चलो ठीक है 15 point को कैसे भी लिख लेगा. Then they have given this question, you can read it. Same thing, identify the relevant data, export required data, open means common sense. If you have understood what to write, every question will have same point for solution. Then this next question, I will read the question if you want. Entity provide broadband services to its customer along with voice call services. Customer buy modem from the entity. How the customer can also get connection from the entity and modem from any other vendor. The installation activity, this type of question we have done under Ind AS 115. You remember Ind AS 151 question we have done like this? Separate performance obligation. I don't know what is the question, I am also reading for the first time. The installation activity require limited effort and the cost involved is almost insignificant. It is various plan where it provide either broadband service or voice call. Comment on how to identify whether the performance obligation under contract is distinct by using an automation process. Because same thing they have asked now. Now you know Ind AS 115. By using the automation process, you need to apply your common sense. So once you read now, you will be able to understand what to write. Analyze the clauses in the contract. First, you need to identify the contract with the customer. Each clause should be codified using appropriate parameter or text. But how are you getting what I am saying? Difficult from a CA student point of view. We should have practical knowledge. Once you have practically applied it, then only we can write in exam. Are you able to understand what I am? Theoretically, it is very dangerous. How can we write down this? Assign. अब देखो अब क्या है? Boolean values 0 to 1 to each parameter. How? अरे what? Give us practical knowledge ना? You will not give us practical knowledge when you are asking this. How? चलो ठीक है रट लो. Are you able to use 0 to represent number 1? क्या है ये? Define the criteria for evaluating the performance. हाँ ये तो ठीक है. Criteria for identifying the performance obligation. Consider factors such as the type of service involved. Develop an automated or algorithm or script. Calculate scores or weight. Utilize the score. मतलब समझो ठीक है. I will just say one subject इसका has been replaced by one chapter. तो ठीक है ना. 100 marks has been replaced from what? 5 marks. In our days we need to do 100 marks. It was a nightmare for us. Iska was deleted 5 years before only, but it was a nightmare for us. Believe me, Iska. And now it has been replaced with one chapter. तो ठीक है, इतना तो पेन ले ही सकते हैं ना. This much pain we can take ना. बोलना रे. You remember the days when you used to learn EIS in CA Inter? How was that subject? Easy or मजा आता था? मजा आता था ना? तो same thing. So CA Inter also deleted. CA Inter also deleted. So they have understood that this requires practical understanding, but one chapter they have given only to inform you that technology को भूलना मत. After becoming CA, you make sure that you learn technology by your own. If you want to become best chartered accountant. Understood? One thing is that CA course is designed to make you that you can learn anything by your own after becoming CA. After becoming CA. And once can I see you'll go to any of the company as an whatever internal auditor or whatever, you learn everything by your own. How they are performing, how they are working. And after 5 years you will start giving training also in this technology only. If you are working in that field. But my advice is that, what is my advice? Once you become CA, do some small course about technology also, which will upgrade your knowledge about technology. Okay. The chapter is totally finished from my point of view. I have done my job. I will give this PDF in the Google Drive only. You can download from there. You can take a printout of that. Okay. Okay. Now coming to the other aspect of FR. Now FR, I'll just give you some important tips for revision. Some important tips. Just write down all these things. Okay. Understood? First revision, second revision. First revision, second revision. Understood? Now, revise from class notes. Revise from class notes. First thing. Okay. And in their Saransh book. The first revision I will say if you are doing first revision, go means revise in the sequence as PJ sir has followed in class. Because of course you will do complete revision. There is no selective study. The first revision I will say do in the sequence as I have done in the class. For example, start from Ind AS 37 only. What will happen if suppose you will start with the consolidation chapter, then that in the linkage you will forget, and that time for that linkage, for example, any point which you require for PP Ind AS 16 that has been used suppose in consolidation chapter, then you will not able to link it, and that time whatever you will take more time to understand that particular concept. For example, Ind AS 12 if you have done after consolidation chapter income tax, okay, you will take more time to understand that particular point for consolidation, so automatically you will take more time in that. So first revision I will say go in the order, not entirely but in somehow in that pattern only. First do all the asset based accounting standard, then start with what share based payment, then financial instrument, then go to what consolidation. Means if you do before consolidation, if you will do before consolidation earning per share, what is the use of that? Earning per share should be done at the end. You can't revise earning per share at the beginning, because earning per share is totally based on all other chapters. Am I right or not? Correct? Yeah. Now in this I will suggest you first read means follow the class pattern. Class pattern means first do all the questions which I have done in the class, because normally I do which question in the class which is important, which is required for understanding that particular concept, and which is thoda sa interesting, which I know you will find difficulty. So if you do that much question suppose and you have no time for other question, then also you will be able to write in exam. Understood what I am saying? Suppose you have done only the question which I have done in the class, and you have no time to do other question, then also you will be capable of writing in exam hall. Correct? So follow the class pattern. Do all the questions done in the class. That too you know na. See, after this concept I have done this. That too you all know. Correct? Now out of this question, do some questions in writing. That you select. I will say mostly MRQ question, expected question, whatever I say now, that you do by writing. Do some question means I am writing MRQ, important. I say sometimes I say important, sometimes I say expected. These three words normally I use for any question. Or sometimes I say super expected. So that it will be in expected only. So these three types of word I use in class. MRQ may or may not be expected, but that is need to be done. But expected is from my experience of past. This question can come in exam. Important means what? That may be important for understanding a particular concept. That is required to, that question is required to understand a particular concept, therefore I have written important. Understood? This question you do by writing, and can that is not entire question. Out of 10 question, I will say 4 or 5 question I will do like this. So you are not supposed to do all the question by writing. So if you do only this question by writing now, so your exam perspective will be over. You will know how to write. How to write. Then balance question. Done in class. Do by reading. That you read only to understand. That you read, and you can only solve in calculator. For example, if I say consolidation, some basic questions I have done, that you don't do by writing. That is only for understanding the concept. So once you have understood the concept, you can apply that concept where in full-fledged question. So that you do by only reading. Then if time left, time will of course be left. Then what I'll do? Balance all questions. Balance question not done in class. Read question and read solution. यहाँ तो चलो you will analyze यहाँ पे analyze करो, थोड़ा सा time दो. But here read question, read solution without analyzing. Don't waste your much time. For example, India is 37. Only 5 questions I have done. There are 40 questions. Only 5 questions I have done in class. There are 40 questions. So 35 questions. Don't waste your time, because I know that question if comes in exam you can write it. So just read question, read solution to have a confidence. Yes, you have gone through all the questions. Are you getting what I am saying? Correct. Now after this, in this question, identify question with important question with, I will say, identify the question of question with identify question which require attention, which require attention. Only identify the question which require attention and just mark it. Out of the 35 questions which left, now I will say 5 questions will be of that nature. How to identify that? When you read solution, so if you are finding some type of hesitation, we are not understanding what is this, just underline that and write down need to be done by again. But with solution understand it, but it will take thoda time. Understood? Either one particular para you have not understood or entire question you have not understood. But with solution you have understood, yes, this is the particular case and this now we can write. But that question require once again revision. Understood what I am saying? So whatever MRQ question I have given, with that this also will become what? MRQ. In the first revision you are supposed to do this. आप मेरी बात समझ रहे हो? In the first revision you are supposed to do this. In the second revision you can save your time if you have done this. Otherwise second revision will be painful. You will not be able to understand what to study, what not to study. And any question after reading question, if you are a bacha hai, for example NCI calculation, whether you require n number of questions. So there are 5-6 questions given of NCI calculation, just ignore it na. You can do any question come, you can do it na. Am I right or not? But if suppose in one of the NCI calculation you find some difficulty about particular information, you have not understood the information question, that become a point which require attention. Got this point? So this become your first time revision. From my point of view, first time revision, 200 hours is the minimum. Minimum I am saying, maximum your choice. Minimum is required. Minimum is what? 200. Not 200 hours required. But sir, we have only 10 days. What to do? हो सकता है ना? सर वी हैव ओनली 15 days, व्हाट टू डू? ठीक है ना? देखो 10 days है तो स्मार्ट वर्क इज रिक्वायर्ड, फिर 20 hours यू कांट स्टडी इन अ डे, बट इफ यू हैव 15 days तो डिवाइड बाय 15 करो, कितना हुआ? हाउ मेनी आवर्स? 39. So it means you can study, huh? Increase your number of hours. You can't decrease 200 hours, huh? Increase your number of hours. हाँ, if you have 10 days smart work करो, then you can play with this. You can play with this. You can play. Play means what? कि if you have done this much now, you will be able to sit and write in exam. That much is my guarantee. But हाँ, for risk है, because if the same questions coming, you are taking the risk. In this, you do some planning that all questions you don't do, only RTP, MTP question do it. If you finding some bigger question that you do it, थोड़ा सा planning is required. If you have only 10 days, suppose you have only 10 days for revision, कैसे करें sir? 200 hours कैसे करें? So of course you can study for 15 hours, but you can't study for 20 hours per day. Am I right or not? So if it is 15 days, so 13 hours now become limit. तो यू कांट से सर आई विल ओनली स्टडी फॉर 10 hours, मजा आएगा, तो फिर मजा आएगा, तो इंक्रीज योर नंबर ऑफ आवर्स, दैट यू कैन डू, यस और नो, दैट यू कैन डू ना? ठीक, यस वी कैन डू, बट 200 इज मिनिमम. इफ यू वांट टू इंक्रीज, बट यू कांट डिक्रीज देन दैट. ओके सर, ओके सर. हाँ, इफ यू हैव ओनली 10 days स्मार्ट वर्क इज रिक्वायर्ड, देन ऑल्सो फर्स्ट रिविजन हो सकता है. नाउ कमिंग टू सेकंड रिविजन, in this do what? In this way I'll give you ABC analysis for the chapter. Means this second revision not the last revision, huh? Last revision is 5 days, whatever you are, that is something else. Understood? Now in this you can do it this way. First do whatever chapter I am doing in the order A category. First do share based payment. Start with this. This will give you confidence, you know everything. Because this is the easy. Don't start with financial instrument, huh? Start with share based payment. Then second start with financial instrument. Then third we start with consolidation. Then fourth start with business combination. Then fifth start Ind AS 115. Then start Ind AS 116. This is the A category. Understood? Then B category item. This is not from expected question is going to come from this. I am not saying. I am saying A, give first importance this, because this will require more time now. So you can play with C category, but you can't play with A category. Understood? So first you revise this. Then coming to B category, madam, Ind AS 16. Ind AS 105. Ind AS 12. In this any order you can choose. Order I am not saying. This in this order is mandatory. But in this you can start with Ind AS 12 first, your choice. I am just giving B category. This chapter need to be done before C category. Then Ind AS 19. Ind AS 19 employee benefit. Then Ind AS 21 foreign exchange. Ind AS 36. Ind AS 36. Ind AS Ind AS 41 लिख लो, 41. Ind AS 41. Ind AS 33. Ind AS 33. 40 में बोला ना? Ind AS 33. This become B category. This will थोड़ा सा require time. But balance chapter, whatever left, balance all chapter will become C category. This is not from time expected list. हो सकता है from C category they are asking 40 marks question. So don't think in that way I am saying. Quite possible. But from my point, this require more time. Then this chapter requires more time because इसमें practice चाहिए. But this chapter, whatever chapters left now, Ind AS 40, Ind AS 38, Ind AS 2, even though you are not doing questions, if you read only content, you can write in exam. That I want to say. For example, Ind AS 37, how much you revise question? Any question will come. Can't you write down if you know the content? So for that, unnecessary, if you don't have time, why you are wasting your time in reading the questions? Read content and leave it. For example, I said 200 hours. In this minimum, second revision, 100 hours is required. Minimum I am saying. Second revision. 90 to 100 hours. 90 to 100 hours. Means I will say if you are doing 14 hours per day, so 6-7 days में हो जाता. Correct? Now in this case you will start with this, so most of the time will be taken by this chapter. For example, out of 100, you have taken what? 50 hours in this. So it means now in 50 hours you need to complete B and C. You don't have time because you have other subject also now. Then I will say do 30 hours, give 30 hours to this, and 20 hours just read the content of this chapter. But revise all. Are you able to understand? Revise all. And in this, just if you have through time management, now in this you are only supposed to do expected and MRQ and important question only. Now this become MRQ, यहाँ जो identify किए थे, you have also identified. So whatever I have identified and whatever you have identified. So I will say per chapter it will not be many questions. So these all question is must. Apart from your choice, अगर you want to do some more question practice, for example, you think consolidation में कुछ और questions करना है, then you decide. But then don't do entire because it is impossible to read all the questions. It is impossible. Abhi in first you have read now all questions, second revision not required, and it is impossible to read all the questions. But all the expected MRQ and important whatever I have highlighted, that is must do. And whatever you have highlighted, that is also must do. Correct? Understood this point? The last 5 days or 4 days, I will make a video for that before exam. So in that how to read, I will say in my video. I will come with one video. Abhi right now I will not say because this too is important. Last day you can do by your own if this too is effective. Understood? I hope this will help you a lot to understand how to write in, how to perform from, how to prepare from examination point of view. Got this point? Correct? One more thing, question bank, don't make question bank as a base. Whatever questions I have done in class, refer my class notes, my solution. Because if you read question bank directly, you will be confused or you will be taking more time to understand that. And I have seen that most of the students are doing that only, and because of that reason they have a lot of doubt and they are wasting their time. 200 hours will become 300 hours. Are you getting? And if you are going with my class, it will be easy to understand. Chalega? Yes, sir. Now one more point I just want to say today only. One more point. See how to use your 3 hours effectively. How to use your 3 hours effectively in exam. There are some points which you can write down which will help you in exam hall. Correct. First point is what? Use 50-minute reading time effectively. That 15 minutes is very important. How to use 50 minutes, that also I will inform you, but after this particular discussion. So that 15 minutes you need to use effectively to find out the order of the question which you will attempt in that 3 hours. So that 15 minutes is very important. Correct. Second point is what? Time management. How to manage time. Whether I have informed you how to manage time in class? I have informed you to divide your entire 180 minutes. I think I have not informed you in your batch. So what you should do? The total is 180 hours. How many marks? 100. Means per marks you have how many minutes? No, minus 20. Means you have 160 minutes for how many? 100. Means 1 marks 1.6 minutes. 20 marks is provision created for future contingencies. Suppose any worst question is coming which you are going to attempt, for that you require more time. So that you have already created a buffer for that. Are you getting? You have already created a buffer for that. 1.6, it means can I say any question of 15 marks, you have how many minutes? Batao, 15 into 1.6? 20? Means you have only 24 minutes. So if you are attempting a question of 50 marks, which is simple, you can do it. You know you are good in that. You can't take more than, and if you are taking more than 24 minutes, it means you are going to leave some question at the end. It means can I see you should make one schedule before entering the exam hall. If for 5 marks, how much minute? For 10 marks, how much minute? That you already keep in your mind. For 16 marks, how much minute? For 20 marks, how much minute? Understood? This is a time management. Of course, you'll carry your watch. You'll carry your watch. I used to carry one small watch. I used to keep in exam hall like this in front of me. That you can also carry. That is permissible. You can carry it. And suppose they say, so then give them. But you carry one watch like this. But can I say, बार-बार इसको देखने में ये लगता है ना? You can just see and start. Speed will increase by what? Time management is very important. Your speed will increase by seeing the watch only. Otherwise, your speed will remain same. Correct. This you have understood time management. Then next point is what? Maintain speed from the first question. Normally what happens in theoretical paper mainly, if you know the question very good now, you will be मजा आ रहा लिखो पूरा लिखो. Don't write full. Suppose one question came and same to same you have done in class and you know that solution also. So you try to become perfect. You try to become more perfect in that. Let us score 20 out of 20 in that. अरे भाई नहीं रे. That is not the objective. Even though you are attempting now, you will get 20 out of 20 if your handwriting is bad. So I will say maintain speed from the first question. First question 20 marks, so 20 into 1.6, that much minute you have. You can't go beyond that. You can't go beyond that. But sir, if suppose extra time is required then, so you are saying 20 into 1.6 is how much minute? 20 into 1.6 how much minute? 36. But suppose sir we are not able to complete it, then can I see you have 20-minute buffer. Then you have to ask one question, can you complete in next 5 minutes? Can I see if you have given 30 minutes, you will be able to understand whether you can further complete or not. And if you are stuck, I will say leave it and go to other questions. But if you think that yes we can complete in another 5 minutes or 6 minutes or 7 minutes, so you have buffer time now. You can take 7 minutes from there and you can complete it. But you realize that no, now game is over, you can't do it. So don't waste your time. I will say leave that question that moment only and go to some other question by leaving some pages. Leave some pages for that because you can come back again to that question. So leave some pages for that. Okay. The next point. Read the question carefully. This mistake though everyone do. I will say you have time. Read the question carefully. When you are reading the question, circle all the amounts. Write down circle all the amounts. You need to circle all the amounts. All the dates. Circle all the amounts, all the dates. Understood? All the amounts and all the dates. So that you don't miss any amount. Understood? So circle all the amounts, all the dates and any important information. Suppose any other information is given which you think array naya point hai, circle that also or give an underline to that. Understood? So that you don't leave that information. Don't leave that information. chalega. The next point is what? Start answering new question if you are unable to complete a question you are attempting. Once don't become emotional fool. Your balance sheet not tell it now. Your balance sheet not tell it. ठीक है, leave it and go to other question, because can I say finding out the error is very difficult in exam hall. Sometimes we can find easily, but it is not possible in exam hall. So you are wasting your 10 minutes to finding out one error. Better you do one question of 10 marks now. So if you find that yes, now time gone, so just go to other question. Just go to other question. No requirement to draw lines. But I will suggest you, my suggestion is that in main solution, draw the lines. In working note, don't draw the lines. This is my suggestion. If you don't have time, don't draw in what main solution also. But main solution, if you can draw, थोड़ा अच्छा लगता है, because presentation sometime matters. But in working note, no requirement, no need to write on debit, credit, particulars, etc. Start drawing and go. Working note to not at all important. चलेगा? Yes, you can use abbreviation also, short form also. You can use it. Correct. Which are commonly known. Which are commonly known you can do. For example, important, you can add an IMP. Are you getting? For example, PP, IPA. Everyone know. IM is what? Intangible asset. Everyone know. Correct now. So once you have written, suppose you are starting with one question, one time you have written intangible asset now. Then after that you can add IA, you can write down. चलेगा, चलेगा. The impairment loss, IMP loss लिख सकते हो. They will not deduct marks for this. DCO, discontinued operation. CO, continuing operation. ठीक है ना? You can use it, if provided you don't have time. If you have sufficient time, लिख लो ना, क्या जाता है. I hope you are understanding my intention. ठीक है? Now I don't give any guarantee for this whether they deduct or they do not deduct, but from my point they do not deduct marks on this basis. Your number should be important. Your number should be important. Then no need to start with the main solution. There is no need to start with the main solution. You can start with the working note. You can start with the working note. So if you are not able to understand how to start, start from whatever you have understood. Don't waste your time in leaving the page. Suppose they ask journal entries. Now you don't know how much journal entry is required. Now you have left only one page, and at the end you realize that there are 2 pages required. Now if you are writing some journal entries at the end, now they will not give marks for that. So better write down all the journal entries together. Are you getting what I am saying? So I will say start from working note, then do the main solution, or in any order you can write down. Chalega. So there is no deduction for this. You can also prepare one timeline just before the solution. Just before the solution, you can draw the timeline and just write down this is analysis of question. They will not give extra marks for that. They will not deduct marks for that. Every question start with a new page. Every question start with a new page. Don't be confused in exam. You are giving fees for that paper now. Start with a new. I am saying every question means bits of the question. Answer number 1A, new page. Answer number 1B, new page. Even though entire page is left, suppose only one line is left, only one sentence you have written in that page, then also leave entire page and just cross it. You are continuing the next question with the next page. Understood? Correct. I think this will help you. This is only a suggestion I have just given. Apart from what subject, I am just giving some more suggestions. Now how to use 50 minutes, that is also important. You want to understand how to use? I think in class also I have said sometime. Normally I say. Now how to best use 50-minute reading time before exam. This is very important. From my point of view, 50 minutes. In our days we don't used to get this. We don't used to get this. So we know what is the importance of this 50 minutes. Correct now. The first point which I will say, it is not possible to read the entire question paper. And FR, so it is impossible. I don't know about other subject. FR not possible to read the entire question. So I will just say that go through all the questions, identify which chapter it belongs. Can you say by reading the first para and last para you will be able to understand? And last para likha prepare consolidated balance sheet. It is a question of what? Consolidation. And if you got, suppose they have given 3 balance sheet, A, B, C, it is a question of chain holding. You will be able to understand now with some information. Write down the chapter name and the concept. Means just fix that in mind. This is that. Write down in very small letter. This is India 16 like this. In question, write down India is small, and very small identification give this. Identify which concept has been asked. By reading the last para, you understand concept also, because they will say the requirement. They will say the requirement. For example, in share-based payment question, you know it is a question of SAR. By reading one line, you will be able to read it is a question of SAR. So that you identify. Only that much. Correct? Then can I say, after identify the chapter name and concept name, you know what you can write much better. For example, a question comes from consolidation, it is chain holding. And suppose you are not good in that. You think, are chain holding, it is easy only. I am just taking one example. You think, are chain holding, I have forgotten. So never start from that. Never start from that. Understood? So can I say, you can understand with the chapter name and the concept in which you are confident. In which you are confident. Then after identifying this, decide which question to leave. Leave not. I will say, don't leave it. You need to read at the last. Because it is quite possible any question you think it is easy might be difficult. Then this question will be only save you. So this question need to be, suppose you think chain holding nahi aata hai, so you just read it at the end. Keep it aside. Then all balance question to padna hi hai na. I will suggest after that what you should do. Once you have decided which question to attempt, means read at the end. Don't leaving I am not saying. You need to do at the end. Because one will be options given to you. At this time we don't know the pattern of the question, because till now that pattern has not been given to us. So from my point of view, one question will be given as a option from my point of view, because every paper we have, so they will give this time also. Okay, question number 1 will be MCQ. Now after that I will say, once you have decided the order of answering, what I will say, then first thing, I will say this is the first thing, before reading only, write down the roll number, name, everything clearly, because I have seen many students don't write these also in hurry. Why they don't write, I also don't know, and they in hurry they will write a wrong roll number. So have your admit card in front of you, write down carefully, because this is a live exam. Don't take any risk on this, because if you have written wrong roll number, you have not written it, then khatam na. So be careful about that. Be careful. 15 minutes में पहले काम यही करना. Correct? अच्छा, answer paper you get after 15 minutes ना? अच्छा, sorry. So first thing after receiving the paper, just do it. My mistake. So you should be careful about this. The last point I will say, normally I have written read the entire question which you want to attempt first. But my suggestion that, it is my suggestion, now it become MCQ question. An MCQ question you can't predict whether it is complicated or easy. I will say read that entire MCQ question in that 15 minutes and identify the answer. Huh? They will not give you MCQ with they will give you a balanced question. How you come to with your previous experience? Why? Because you can discuss. Yeah, different day, but they will not give you within 50 minutes. Then to chalo 70 marks question so you can read entirely. Then to it become easy. I was not knowing about this fact, because in my paper there was no MCQs na before. I have never asked anyone. See, and in our days exam there was no MCQs, so I have not experienced this. Chalo ठीक है. Leaving that apart, chalo, if let us assume that MCQ question they will give that paper, but then also I will say attempt first MCQs only, because MCQ will take thoda time for reading, and at the end your dimag nahi chalega. In the last hours na your dimag will not work, your mind will not work. So I will say do at the beginning only. Out of 30, if you know 20 also na bahut hai. 10 if you don't know, just leave it, then last mein tukka maar dena. Understood? Correct? But read it at the beginning, do it first only. MCQ questions should be attempted first. Okay, na? Then though if 70 marks paper, then though I will say you can read 2-3 questions completely. So suppose you have identified that question number 2 you want to do first, question 3 you want to do after that, so 2-3 you can read completely and frame your answer in your mind. Frame your answer in your mind step by step what you are supposed to do. Don't read entire question paper, which is wastage of time. Why? Because you need to read again once you are coming to third question. So it is wastage of time. So out of balanced question, I will say apart from MCQ, read 2 questions entirely and frame the solution in your mind. This is my suggestion which I used to follow, and that always worked for me because I have never left any question which I know. And I will say only in audit I have left one question because that question I was not knowing completely. Otherwise I have never left any questions in my exam. Got this? So this is my few suggestions to you. One more thing, I'll be with you for this. Of course, I'll be with you till you become CA. But it does not mean you'll take more time for becoming CA. You need to, whatever attempt you have, that will be your last attempt. You can call me at any point of time. Don't hesitate to call me. If I am suppose not answering your call, it means I am in the class. Leave a message. Whenever I will have time, I will only say that this time you call me. But any point of discussion about FR, don't discuss with anyone. Because they want to help you, but they will not help you in such a way. Means suppose you are taking any advice of any friend, better you make me your friend now. I will only advise you now. Why you asking some other? I will help you in that part. Whether this question you can leave or you need to do it. Suppose you have a doubt, one chapter I can leave or not. So I will only guide कि इसमें ये पढ़ ले भाई. Don't read entire thing, but this concept you do, because I know the importance of that chapter from examination point of view. Correct? Any type of doubt, whether personal doubt, subject related doubt, I will be with you. You have my number. You have my number. If you don't have, write down once again 7731. My number. This is my number. Huh? Don't call any admin person, because they will take time to give your information to me. Understood now? So they will take their time they will inform me after 2-3 days. Once you have written 5-time message, then they will inform me. So to you, always in batch, I give my personal number. But normally students don't save that also. And they are asking wrong number. If you'll call them, they will not inform you immediately now. Because they also don't want to disturb me much. Just try to understand. They are my employee. One instruction has been given that don't ask me much question, because I am busy in class. Don't disturb me much. So they are aware about that fact. So directly contact me. Don't call any other number. 7731 00 7722. All the best wishes to you. Okay, I'll be with you. Don't worry. Thank you very much. We'll meet next time once you become. See, of course, apart from doubt, you can come live student. You can call me. Recorded class student, you can also call me. If you are in Hyderabad, you can come and meet me also. I'll be available for you. All the best. Bye bye. Take care.